Hi guys, from a bench in Burnley in England. As many of you know, I have come home temporarily, obviously. I've had to renew my passport and stuff, and a lot of you already know there's some things that have gone on at home over the last couple of weeks, which I've already discussed, probably a bit too much detail. But yeah, it's not been good. And there's been little things that have been happening for a while around my home and stuff. So yeah, so we just had to deal with that, and that's one of the reasons why I'm home. Obviously, I've got a girlfriend who works from home on her own every day when I'm out in Ukraine. So yeah, it's just a video. Obviously, I'm going to put it on Instagram and YouTube as well, because a lot of you Instagram people have already seen why I've come home and stuff. So I've ordered a new passport, and that should be due this week. And yeah, I just wanted to discuss a few things. Obviously, for me, really, it's been a really difficult year. There's just been a lot of bad things. Obviously, breaking my ankle, which render me useless in Ukraine, and funding's been down, not just for me but for everybody. And people don't understand like how much pressure and stuff that is put on us, especially some of us Westerners out there, because my inbox is always full of people who need help. And not only am I trying to support us and what we do, I'm trying to help others as well, which I've always been quite good at. I think a lot of people who've worked with me will vouch for that as well, is that I've always done my best, and we've always got it done eventually, no matter what. So just an example really. I mean, just in the last couple of days I've had the 23rd Brigade, who is probably the most trusted brigade to me. I've worked with them guys since 22. We are really good friends, really close, and they've requested, it was the same guys who wanted the Mangal drone, just as a reminder for you all, but they've requested for an evacuation drone because they are being pinned down in trenches by occupiers and snipers, and they've been lured into traps and they can't get out. And Valerie, my guy is like, we're dying from minor wounds. We're just bleeding out from minor wounds and infection. And that's like, that cost of that's 300,000 hryvnia, which is about $5.5 grand. It's a hell of a lot of money, and I've got another guy, Dimitri. He's asking for help, and you don't help me, you never help me. And I'm like, well, the guy feeds dogs and stuff. That's not what I'm here for, unfortunately. There is other people that do that, but for me, that's I've got other priorities. But it's just certain types of things that you get in your inbox, and then I'm getting loads of people from different brigades asking for mines and stuff. We need mines. And the thing is that we don't really have many mines because we've cleared a lot of mines, and the only place really where the mines are now is in FPV territory, which is just, they are demining down there, but I refuse to do it. Simple as that, really. I just said no. Just ridiculous suicide in my eyes, and I'm not there to die. So that's where I stand on that, and I think it's important that I'm quite honest about that. So I am looking at other things and other areas where we can work, which are going to be a little bit safer for everybody. So I just feel like it's just important that I share this, because it is really difficult for us volunteers, and there's been a lot of hard times, especially for me this year. Obviously losing my mate Venom, who was very, very close to me. Like, he's one of my best friends out there, and there's been a lot of difficulties around that, in a sense, and trying to sort stuff out. Now I have collected his stuff, and I will be sending that to his mum, who I am in contact with. So it has just been really, really difficult, and hopefully we can overcome it, because it's probably been the most difficult year to date. especially for me, you know. And you know, winners make it happen, losers let it happen. You know, I am determined to just make it happen and keep going. You know, there's been times where obviously I want to quit, and you know, that's it, I'm done, and realistically, in my own head, it's like, you know, I've got to see it through. And the thing is that Ukraine is my home as well. It's, you know, it's been my home for a long time. So no matter what, I'll always be in or around Ukraine. Obviously, I come to the UK because, you know, my family's here, and my, you know, my daughter and stuff, and Cora's here. Cora would love to be in Ukraine volunteering and stuff, but unfortunately she just can't do that because of, you know, she has a job and bills to pay. And unfortunately, being a volunteer doesn't cover that or cover bills. You know, I have to work as well. People know I work a job as well. You know, luckily, you know, we can work remotely with that. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up really, because I feel like I probably share. Well, I have shared a little bit too much personal information on my Instagram. You know, it was originally a personal, then a work one, and then I've kind of mixed the two, which I shouldn't have done really. But going forward, that's, you know, it'll have to just go back to a work Instagram. And yeah, forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, it's just, I just think it's important that, you know, we just hang in there and we keep doing what we're doing. I met Swampy the other week at Prevail at the school. I was really impressed by what Prevail are doing and what they've built and what they're trying to do. You know, I was speaking to Brandon on the phone about it last night, and I was obviously explaining to Brandon, you know, what's going on there as well with Prevail. And I'm hoping that, you know, in future we can all like move forward in terms of the EOD side, because for me, I've always been on my own. You know, I have Sunflower Project, Kevin there, and, you know, and I work with Uda obviously, but for me, I've always been and worked on my own, in a sense, when I'm not with a team and stuff, but in and out of Ukraine. And I always feel like a lot of the problems started is when I started working with other people. So yeah, so I will be probably just continuing my journey on my own and just having a little bit of input here and there with other sides of things, just using what I know and everything else. But I need to get myself my vehicle. I have to give my Vito away. Unfortunately, my Vito isn't fit for what we are trying to do anymore. That's now gone to my friend Jim. And the areas where we work, the Vito's probably not really great to go down there. So, you know, there's only so many vehicles you can have, and there's no point having vehicles sat there, you know, even though as much as I love that van, it's my van from before the war. You know, I had to say goodbye to it for now. So yeah, I hope you're all okay, and today's Defender Day. I'm going to put my camera away now because the schools are coming out and I might look a bit weird. And just, yeah, look after yourselves.